because art is seen as something easy and something that anyone can do, and it's not important, which is really stupid on all three counts. Because one, art is not something anyone can do. Anyone can learn to do art, but it takes years. And when I say art, it's painting, it's drawing, it's animation, it's writing, anything creative. People can learn how to do that. The problem is that a lot of people assume that it's easy to learn because a kid draws, a kid writes things. But to do it right and to do it in a way that evokes emotion and evokes like what art should do takes a lot of practice and a lot of years of training. They don't look at it that way. It's just a convenience. People see it as not important. The same with music. Music, it's not important. Music isn't super necessary. It's just an extra thing. It's a indulgence. Art is an indulgence. Animation is an indulgence. Okay. Try to live in a world without any art. Don't listen to music. Don't look at anything that has any type of artistic talent to it. So for example, a mural or a poster, or for example, let's say I've got this one doesn't have anything. Dang it. I had a bottle of Advil because I had a headache yesterday. And of course I took the label off with it. But honestly, do I have anything here? I cleaned up my desk. Of course I cleaned up my desk. But anything that has visual design to it. Like this. Here's a PlayStation 5 remote. That was designed by someone. That was created and drawn and refined by an artist before it ever went through the design process. Otherwise, it would be a brick or just a big lump. You wouldn't have these cool lines and this cool design to it. Anything like a website, packaging, everything has art to it. Remove all of that from your world. What kind of boring world would you be living in? It would just be gray boxes with no music, in silence, or just with traffic noise. Art is how we make things beautiful, how we make things worth living in a way. And it makes everything so much better. It is not just a necessity. To me, it is a necessity. As humans, we need some sort of creativity, some sort of art form in our lives. Otherwise, you're just living in a gray box. And hey, Day, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. Daryl, I don't know how to say Day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't even have paint on our walls without some level of art. Exactly. Or if you don't have an artistic mind, imagine you've got all of these colors of paint and you just randomly pick some. Imagine how ugly the houses will look. How horrible. If you get two paint colors that don't work well together. I had this happen when I was painting my basement here. I've got some paint and they got wrong color. First, the wall was orange. Then we had to get the paint changed and it turned purple. And then after the third paint, it turned gray. And then we just had to okay, throw out all of that paint. Let's start over, because every time it just kept getting worse. If you don't have someone who understands paint and how to mix it correctly, what you're going to have is ugly, just colors. And it's going to be so uncomfortable to live in. And again, it goes for music. It goes for animation. Look at film. Look at so many of the things that we see nowadays. Almost everything has some form of animation to it. Commercials have some form of animation to it. It helps to make things come alive. And it applies to actors, comedians. Imagine a world without good writing, without good books, if you take out writing, no more books. No more jokes, because jokes have to be written a lot of the time. You have nothing. Even, again, bottle of Advil, all that writing on the back here, you have to have a writer who knows how to write something in a way that is understandable by many people. Because this is medication. If someone takes this incorrectly, it could literally kill them. So if you don't have a good writer, things can go wrong. And that's just like on a prescription. I say just. Like, it's not creative writing. Creative writing is a whole other level, because now you have to evoke emotion and have characters and people fall into the story and make it believable, make them really live that story along with the characters. So I went on a little ramble there. I kind of got a little heated. Art is one of those things that, as an animator, you're going to have to, just as an artist in general, you're going to have to go through this, where people will put down your work. People will not appreciate it. People will go, well, you're not a doctor, you're not a lawyer, you're just an artist, you're just an animator, you're just But imagine, again, a world without any art form and how dead it would be. So we have to kind of keep that in mind. It can be very tough, especially if you're surrounded by people who have that mentality. It can be very, very hard at times, but that's why we have the animation community and the artistic communities and people who will support and go like, wow, look at that marvel that you've done. And the worst part is that a lot of like the higher ups in businesses have that mentality where it's just, oh, just hit the animate button, done. Just hit the right button, done. Which you can see a lot of with all of the like ChatGPT and AI stuff, where it's like, hey, we don't need writers anymore, we can just have AI write it. If you actually look at a lot of the AI written stuff, it's good to a certain point, but it's never going to replace an actual writer.